Hold on, let's make sure this thing goes hot here. There we are.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh wait, welcome YouTubers, dude.
Okay, let me share the YouTube link. All right, 1 second.
Man, all right, guys, you know the drill. Let us know in the chat, in the Discord. Can you hear us loud and clear? Spam anything, guys. Oh, I see Neb. Thank you, Neb.
Hearing you. All right.
All right, we're good, dude.
All right, let's get this party started, dude. So welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, Rovi, and today we have a special guest. We have Noto from MetaViu. He's the founder of MetaViu. We're going to be talking about advertisements. Welcome, Noto. Thank you for joining us today.
Welcome. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. So thanks for having me tonight. And yeah, I'm ready to have a nice talk with you guys.
For sure. First, Noto, where are you located? That way everybody gets an idea of kind of where you're at on the planet.
Yeah, I'm based in the Republic of Georgia, which is in the Southeast Caucasus region. So we are in Europe, basically. And yeah, I was raised there. And then after that, I just moved around from different countries, work from there. And yeah, I'm involved more than 12 years in tech startups and businesses. So, like I don't have to be in one place, moving around, have friends in many countries. So yeah, that's where I'm based from at the moment.
Excellent. Very, very happy to have you here. So we've been chatting for a number of weeks. We've been talking about advertisements in the metaverse, and you have a background in advertisement. Is that correct?
Yeah. So yeah, if we have like, I want to like a bit go back and
sure.
Yeah, you can finish your question, or I can start like about the advertising experience and how we guys met each other and etc. So
yeah, go ahead if you.
Yeah. So basically, like it's good to say like how this MetaViu and advertising idea into metaverse came to my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like 8 years ago in the real world, I started the advertising tech startup through we have the marketing platform through Wi-Fi. So we are installing our Wi-Fi software in cafes, restaurants, malls, airports, outdoor places, and then bringing in advertisers like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, big banks, insurance companies, and etc. So basically connecting physical landowners to the advertisers through the platform, and everybody comes in the win-win position, right? Mm-hmm. So we started this business pretty small, and during the 8 years, we raised a couple investments. We expanded in 22 countries, and now serving around like 500 locations around those countries. Mm-hmm. And then I happened to like become like very keen into metaverses, NFTs, and cryptos around 3 years ago. I started like small investments, and then I was thinking like around a year ago, why not to bring the same advertising model? I am doing it anyway. I have good connections with big advertisers. And anyways, they are asking me like, hey, Nodo, can you help us to go somehow into metaverse? We want to be presented there, etc., and etc. And because I also knew what things happening in metaverses, I knew it still was too early. Traffic is still too low, even in the Decentraland. I said it's the right time to find the right partners and start building the same model, which I have built in real world, to the metaverses. And when I was researching market, what I was find out was that there were like a couple companies who were doing it, but the biggest problem was to bring in actual advertisers into it, right? Mm-hmm. Big traditional brands, smaller ones, medium ones, and show them the validity why they should put advertising into metaverse. And we had the same problems 8 years ago when I was selling Wi-Fi ads, because traffic was too low on some places. Advertisers were comparing it to Facebook and Google advertising, and it was cheaper, and you needed some different like tactics how to convey advertisers and marketers to trust you and put advertising with you, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing is happening now in the metaverse. It's too early. Everybody loves when you talk to them, hey, do you want to advertise in metaverse? Oh, you guys have like 3,000 active users per day, and they walk away, right? You need like different, like friendly connections, early adapters as advertisers to trust you and come with you, right? And then I decided to build the MetaViu. And then I found these amazing guys at MetaZone, really, because I knew you guys are building things from 2017, right? And I was thinking like, I know very well everything about advertising and how to bring in them, right? And these guys know the tech very well, and the metaverse is very well. So why not to partner with them and build very nice product where everybody will be happy? And yeah, if you will have any question, you can stop me anytime. So I didn't mention anything about the MetaViu yet. It has a bit different structures than we have in real world. Basically, like in the MetaViu case, what's cool about it is that landowners are setting their own prices on their own billboards in Ethereum, and then they can claim 85% of the daily revenue from the advertising. So majority of the revenue stays with the landowner. And our promise to landowners is that we're going to bring the advertisers from the day one, right? So we have the minting of our 3D NFT billboards at the end of July, and then we are launching MetaViu platform the same time. And also, like, we are not gonna constrain our platform only for MetaViu billboards. We'll be opening doors for any other billboard creator and any other person who might be interested in. And what we are doing is that, like, we find out that we all in this metaverse are pioneers of something, right? Some people started doing events, right? They were pioneers in it. Some people started real estate companies. Some people even trusted metaverse very early and bought the land when everybody was laughing about them that, wow, you bought some digital land. And we guys here are trying to bring the advertising into metaverse in a different way, right? Some people hate advertising when they hear it. Like, I talked with many landowners in DCL. I'm actually myself a landowner of DCL, and like personally doing one-to-one sessions with them and finding out why some of them hate advertising, why we have this feeling. We all coming from the world when big giants kind of dictating us what to do, what to buy, what to eat, what to have on breakfast, and etc. Right? So in the MetaViu case, I wanted to give all the powers to our community members, to our pioneers, to landowners. Right? We're gonna together decide what we want to see, which advertisers we want to accept to show ads, and etc. What we guys gonna do in the beginning, just brings the constant stream of traditional brands to advertise there, trust us, put some money in it, and bring economic activity into metaverse. So yeah, it's a kind of short description and long-term idea where MetaViu is going and how our partnership might look like.
No, that's a really good intro. You know, being part of the metaverse since, you know, the early days, we've always thought that there's going to be all kinds of activities in the metaverse, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure you're also aware of the projections that are coming through from, you know, institutional leaders,
Goldman Sachs,
Grayscale, and they're all, it's $1 trillion plus. So we're always scratching our heads. Okay. Where is the $1 trillion going to come from? You know,
what are the people going to be doing?
What's the activity, the predominant activities? You know, how is the foundation of the economy, these ecosystems that are emerging? What's going to get us to that point, right? As a sector, as an industry, whatever. For obviously, advertising being probably one of the predominant ways, like Web 2 has monetized. You know, most big companies. Right?
Talk about when you purchase land. What was the first use case that you thought of?
I thought of building something eerily similar to like this, you know, just like a cube type advertisement creation, right?
Yeah.
And I think it makes the most sense because, you know, the metaverse is like the in its mature form, it's going to be the spatial layer of the internet, right? At some point, in the future. So, just like we traverse these 2D interfaces every day to find information or entertainment, whatever, we're going to be doing the same thing in the metaverse. So.
More engaging, it's a lot more interesting,
more immersive. So it makes sense that at some point, you know, advertisement, you know, entities are going to, you know, leverage that, you know, and introduce themselves to a whole new audience, right?
Yeah.
And a much more specific target demographic, you know, especially in these days where like metaverse users, you know, I think if you're like a crypto company or something like that looking to advertise, I think metaverse is a very good place to start, you know, because you're targeting a very specific niche audience, right?
That's right.
Like, if you're in the metaverse, you know, you're a crypto head. You got to know how to use MetaMask.
Yeah.
You got to know how to do all that stuff, right? So there is value in targeting like specific niches like metaverse users, right? So I guess yeah, let's throw out some questions here.
Well, before we go to the questions,
Okay.
one thing just to go ahead, Noto. I was just
Yeah.
I was gonna say one thing.
Yeah.
We do have popes just for the
yeah.
people that are curious, right? And we're gonna be doing a major giveaway at the end, so stay tuned for that. All right, so let's get to the questions here. So I think the Pope will be dropped in about 20 minutes or so. So hang in there.
Yeah, you mentioned during your introduction that, and everybody's aware of it, the traffic at the moment for the metaverse is small, right? So companies probably aren't, so
breaking
much
their backs.
They're not so much interested in I guess the value of eyeball metrics and stuff like that right now. But like you're saying, because the metaverse is such an emerging sector, I think there's some other value to having a presence within it. Like, what kind of conversations are you encountering with these companies? Like,
how are they? Question.
How are they verbalizing to you like their interest in the metaverse? Do they just want to be around, or like what do they expect?
Yeah, I'll tell you guys. I'll quickly a bit go back to advertising. Is advertising as a total, like in the Web 2.0, like everybody is used to what kind of advertisings we are seeing, right? It's in like mostly 2D and stuff like that. So Web 3 gives us all new opportunities to advertisers to interact and go into communication with their customers, right? You visualize, you remember, and etc. So basically, at the moment, like big advertisers, like construction development companies who are building apartments, right?
Yeah.
They start accepting cryptos. So they approach me and say, "Hey, we know that some metaverse exists, and there are some people who are interested in crypto. So can I somehow be presented there?" So that's one of the people. There are like banks who wants to left behind. So I'm talking about two banks which are listed in London Stock Exchange. So they even both land in Sandbox and one another in Decentraland. So, but they have no clue what to do there, right? So for them, metaverse is just like white something screen and some video games or something like that. So these people needs like real explanation. And also, like when I'm talking to advertisers and explaining like why to advertise in the metaverse and stuff like that, I'm not giving them, "Hey, this is our billboards and do whatever you want." They have no clue what to do there, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm giving them is that I'm preparing like even campaign for them, right? "Hey guys, it's better to put it there. It's better to have this in this place. It's better to put this there," and etc. So when it's pretty new, you should educate advertisers, right? At the same time, educate landowners. How gonna this industry develop here? If we at the beginning develop it correctly, then we won't have like Zuckerberg and somebody running around, right? So that's the main point, right? We had the same challenges when we were selling Wi-Fi ads, right? We are not selling on per view basis. Same thing will be here in the beginning in Decentraland. So we are not gonna send the eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
So in the Wi-Fi advertising case, we were saying, "Hey guys, in this specific cafe, so niche auditory goes, even there is 10 people, you're gonna spend like 10 times, 20 times more to reach those people on Facebook than to directly target them in their phones," right? The same case is like here. So if you want to sell your apartment in crypto and you want to target people who have the land, who have the like some amount of money, who have NFT collections and stuff like that, you should specifically target here, right? It might be 10, but it's gonna worth it. Like conversion rate might be much higher than advertising on Facebook. So main thing here is to advertise them, and also we are starting with just billboards because advertisers are kind of well known what the billboard is, right? But later on, my vision is that we're gonna be adding. Willie is also with me. Like we're gonna be adding any kind of like advertising objects, right?
Yeah.
Like running bots, robots, or like any kind of object or
100%.
any imagination, right?
Yeah.
But we should start with something. We shouldn't like saying, "Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this." We are starting with this, and then we're gonna add more, right? So that's like how I see it. Advertising gonna kind of a bit move to metaverse, and how we're gonna take the crucial initial part in developing it.
I have to point out point out a comment from Neb. She says, "I love how international these collaborations are. There's going to be so many interesting developments as a result of this." And
Yeah.
this is probably, it goes back to, we recorded a video earlier today on proof of humanity, and how crypto is going to leverage the digital nation. And so all the collaborations that happen in this digital nation are definitely not going to be local. So that's kind of the awesome part about cryptocurrency, and the fact that we're all trying to get on the same page with crypto, right? So yeah, thank you, Noto, for showing up. This is a really great concept that you have, and most importantly, since you have a background in advertising, like this is something that people need to pay attention to, because this is going to be one of the different revenue business models for the metaverse, and this will play one part of that amongst many parts.
And it definitely aligns with us as MetaZone founders, right? Like we've always been about since the very beginning is putting more control in the hands of the community, like as far as development of projects, hosting of content, and of course, them being the predominant recipients of value extraction from the metaverse, right? Because based on how an open metaverse is structured, it's not like the efforts of a singular entity, right? It's the efforts of a whole community. That's literally the framework and the design of an open metaverse. It's everybody owns their own plot of land. So in order for anything of significance to be, constructed, it requires collaboration, it requires aligned incentives, all these things. So
That's right.
when it comes to advertising, I think the same thing. Like, the fact that, for anybody to deploy these ad boards, they're going to have to be, compensated for hosting that service, right? So just like in the real world, if you own land,
That's right.
nobody's going to put your billboard out for free.
Yeah.
Like, so so this is part of like the economics that we talked about earlier on. Like what is going to be the main contributors to this multi-trillion-dollar metaverse economy? So without a doubt, it's getting the landowners like being the main participants, right? And like content creators such as yourselves and everybody on the MetaZone platform. All these little things factor into what This is why we talk about this stuff every single week, because I don't think it's obvious. Like these companies you're talking to, they don't get it yet either.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to understand that, you have to be building something, or you have to be actively engaged on a day-to-day basis in the metaverse to understand like how this economy is going to exist. You know what I mean? So yeah, this project's right up our alley for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So I had a question for you. So Noto, when you're hosting one of these MetaViu boards on your land, take me through the process of like how one would generate some revenue on this device.
Okay. So first of all, like when you mint the MetaViu billboard, you can right away you can connect to MetaViu platform and deploy it on your land through unlockable content. It will come zip file with your unique ID. So you can deploy on your land, put some description. We will show you suggested daily prices in Ethereum according to the pre-analytics, which will be included in our platform according to your district, where is your plot and what analytics it had, and it might have. You can put your own daily prices or take our suggested one. And after you place the billboard in your land and everything is set up, daily price description, then it automatically pops up on the advertising platform. So advertiser can go in, like you go in Airbnb, search the metaverse, top places, hot places, district, etc. And then advertiser chooses bulk billboards, or they want to advertise only 10 of them. If they choose your billboard, and we make sure that most of our billboards will be occupied with the ads, then you will claim the revenue from the dashboard on daily basis in terms of Ethereum, or you might collect them and claim at whatever time you want, right? So for the landowner, it's very, very simple and easy. Also, you have the opportunity to stop the ad on your billboards at any moment. We screen the kind of advertising content, just not to be something very, very out of the space. But for example, if you are against, I don't know, alcohol, and you see some brand promoting their champagne, you might say, hey, I don't like this ad. So we will take it down from your billboard, right? So
Interesting.
in our case, landowner has a say, right? Even when owning our billboard, you become member of our DAO. So together we will kind of making voting, how to platform should be developed, where we should go, and etc. etc. So for the landowner, it's pretty easy thing, right? And we will starting with MetaViu billboards, but later on, landowner can even connect their own billboard, which they can take from the builder, connect to our platform, and again, the structure will be the same, generate 85% of the revenue, but they don't have voting rights in the DAO, right? So yeah, so our billboard also serves as a kind of DAO membership. I also wanted to mention that what's cool about that is that we have the minting at the end of July, but even before the mint, on 21st of July, we are partnering with one of the big conferences happening in Decentraland. It's sponsored by United Nations Women Organization.
Oh, wow.
And by the two banks. And MetaViu is part of organizers there, and they will be showcasing their advertisings through the MetaViu billboards. So before even like kind of launching, we brought some big brands into the metaverse, right? So we want to showcase the landowners that our promise really is like, we are not just joking about that we have the advertising experience. We can really bring the brands you cannot imagine could be in the metaverse. So that's the promise, right? So, and we need like everybody's help. Like we're not alone in this field, right? So why we approached MetaZone guys, right? So what I like in this field is that we are everybody here sharing our experiences, helping each other out, right? In physical world, everything is like very, very competitive. We just fight each other. I don't know. Like here, what I love in this like early adopter community, these pioneer people, we support each other when we have a problem. For example, I have some problem in tech. Will right away in Discord. He right away answers me, right? He has some question. He writes me, I answer him. So I love this kind of, and together we become stronger and we will build nice things. So that's what I believe.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And
Same.
yeah, I think it's one of these like stumbling realizations that people finally come confronted with. Like the more and more you start to understand the metaverse, just how grand of an endeavor it is, like a human collective effort. Like there hasn't been many of these, I guess, since like the internet, the inception of it, right?
Or the nuclear bomb, but
such things.
One or the other. They're kind of the same, right? They can destroy the world either way,
I guess. but yeah, it's gonna take a lot of collaboration and the sharing of ideas. And of course, like that, this is the whole Web3 movement at the end of the day, right? It's this whole open source collaboration. So it's the metaverse is going to be an extreme version of that for sure. It's everybody has the vision in mind, but like as far as execution and what it's going to take for all these like frameworks to exist, all the standard protocols that future creators will eventually leverage and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's kind of hard to put your finger on exactly what that needs to look like, but everybody kind of feels it. Like those are the things that are missing, right? So in order for us to come to a consensus as an industry, a community, whatever, like we have to talk about these things and like share our dilemmas.
100%.
It's like, man, this is really hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm struggling too. It's like, what's the problem here? It's like somebody's got to figure out how to build the solution to these problems, right? So.
Yeah, I mean that's what I love personally is like discovering these problems and then either us coming up with a solution or finding a solution. So one comment from Mawa Maverick, a fellow YouTuber.
Oh, what's up, Mawa, dude?
What's up, dude?
Shout out to you for the awesome review, man.
That was great. He says I have 2 pieces of land and he doesn't mind displaying your board for publicity. There you are.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. Thanks for that.
Great, amazing.
All right, so Noto, you're talking about your advertisement platform. People will be able to connect to your network and leverage your experience, because I think that's like one of the important pieces that's missing like overall in the metaverse is just like the experience of things, because there are people who are selling land that are people who sell actual land in real life, so they have like some experience, some knowledge about like the best ways to leverage that idea. So take us through like what the stage of your business is at. Is it going to be launched at the end of July and like that's that's the beta? Is it the alpha? Is it full launch? Or where are we at?
Okay. So yeah, first of all, like I totally agree that when you have experience like in the advertising side, and also you are familiar with the metaverse and you believe what you're doing, and then you join forces with nice people around you. Like I think in my mind, everything becomes possible. And what we are at the stage of launching the project. So dashboard for the landowners, together with the minting of our NFT billboards, will be at the end of July, so beginning of the August. So it's the 31st of July will be whitelist sale, minting of our billboards, and then from 1st of August, landowners dashboard together with public mint will be started, and at the end of August, also advertising platform will be launched. But it doesn't mean that we're not gonna have advertisers in the August, right? So in the beginning, anyway, we will be working manually on face-to-face with the advertisers to help them launch the ads. But at the end of August, advertisement dashboard will be also automated. We are posting in our Discord channel regularly on weekly basis updates. We also like put it some sneak peeks how our dashboard gonna look like with UX and UI. So we take also like big accent on simplicity and how easy it should be for the advertiser to advertise and put the ads, because they don't have too much knowledge about the bullets and stuff like that. It should be seamless experience for them. And we have the from our experience, all the feedbacks from the advertisers, which kind of dashboards they like, which they don't like. And on the other side, it should be like seamless experience for the landowner, right? Connect the billboard, integrate into your land, sit back and get your daily revenue, right? And participate in the DAO and give us some ideas, have fun together, and etc. So yeah, that's like the timeline of the project. Okay. And we are starting with Decentraland because it has the most activity at the time going on, and we are gonna be adding like Sandbox and other metaverses on the way. And we even talked with like meta zones that we're gonna be adding together, like new metaverses as they come along. So
that's beautiful. Yeah, one of the biggest things that we focus on is the interoperability of assets. So I think it's going to be important that, the MetaViu ad board, all kinds of content that we're hosting on our platform is deployable in multiple metaverses, just because if you think about it from like the developer standpoint, you don't want to pigeonhole them to any one metaverse because anything could happen, right? The other side could just take off and all of a sudden like everyone just kind of migrates there, or anything. So as a developer, you don't want to like lock yourself into any one ecosystem. So we thought, it's like, okay, so why not focus our platform for that interoperability, so that when a developer decides to make something, they go to MetaZone first and then make that content, and then we'll help them distribute that content throughout different metaverses. So one other question I had was what is the future kind of vision of MetaViu? Do you foresee different types of advertisement, like let's say a video advertisement? Are you going to be hosting video content on your servers to distribute this content, or what's like the ultimate end game for MetaViu? That way we all like have an aligned kind of direction here.
Yeah. So first of all, like at the moment, our billboard supports like GIF, static video content. But in my like vision, like in 5 years vision, just to say, MetaViu should be like advertising marketplace, if you see from the advertiser side, where they can find any kind of advertising content in any kind of metaverses which has the active users to advertise easily. And on another side, we're gonna have like solid partners from the landowner side, from the project side, from the creator side, who will be providing like different innovative ways. Together we'll be brainstorming how we see the advertising in the future. But like as like nobody would believe that should be like a couple of years ago that OpenSea will be the biggest NFT marketplace, and nobody would believe that people would buy and sell NFTs. The same case is Same case is gonna happen here, right? So there will be like advertising platforms, but I want to be MetaViu to be first fully owned by community platform where the people, one person doesn't control whole market, right? We know that like even like Facebook is launching like Horizon Worlds, and they will be pushing advertising as hard as possible. But what's bad with the Web2 is that like majority of the money stays with the company who owns it, right? So in our case, we changed this model, right? 85% goes to the landowner or whoever owns the advertising, and 50% stays with platform, right, itself to save the team and etc. and etc. And like what motivates me most, like when I talk with somebody about the advertising is in metaverse and I see love in their face, I believe it's that this thing gonna happen. Because when I was talking about NFTs to people, they were laughing at me.
Yep.
It happened. It became $1 billion business.
Yep.
When I first bought land in metaverse and paid 15K US dollars, and I told my friends and family, they were laughing at me, right? So I said, is this gonna work?
That's
So
always a
same
good
thing
indication
in
for sure.
advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always said that anytime that I guess the wider market starts making fun of a particular technology, that's when you know you're super early.
Yeah, you're onto something.
Yeah.
You're onto something if everybody's looking at you like you're the weird guy,
Yeah.
or you're
weird
the
guy.
oddball. Yeah. That's what
Totally
that to
agree.
me gives me confidence and comfort that like I'm
Yeah.
on the right path. It's at first it didn't, and it just felt like the weird guy, right? It's like, damn it,
It's like, are we weird, dude? It's like, I think we're weird.
Yeah, we're weird.
Yeah.
But then once like you said, we were super weird for this banking, I guess, on NFTs to catch on early.
Yeah.
And we were even weirder for, dedicating, our whole efforts into like, constructing the metaverse as much as we can,
Yeah.
our contributions when nobody was paying attention, nobody cared. Especially investors, they don't even like look at you and stuff like that. It's just a different mentality back in those days, right?
Yeah.
But now, like everything's shifting. It's like you're saying, these companies they're itching for a way in, right? Like, how do I get in here, right? And you're seeing big influencers, launching NFT campaigns like Snoop Dogg and the Sandbox or something like that, right? These are obvious indications that like this is not some fad, right? This is here to stay. Especially if you're a gamer, you kind of like you gravitate towards this kind of space, right? You understand the impactfulness of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. So Noto, right now, like I guess the sentiment for advertisers is, metaverse is cool. Thanks to, well, I don't want to say Zuckerberg made it cool, but it made it more attractive for businesses.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess my question to you is the sentiment for advertisers just that they want presence in the metaverse? Because like you're saying, there's not a whole lot of eyeballs at the moment, but it's the idea that they can market to their audience that, hey, we're also in the metaverse. And, is that something that you're seeing of value to the advertisers?
So like I have like constant communication with different fields of companies, like in the real world. So I want to like have like two parts here, right? So there are one companies who have like FOMO, that they won't be able to enter metaverse, and they don't know why to enter metaverse, what they want, but they want to be present there. And then with them, I'm just talking and explaining what benefits they might get and etc. Not just only presenting them there. And there are other ones who want to use it for the marketing purposes. That they are the first one who entered the metaverse to promote it all over the social media. And actually, those ones who really want to use it for sales and traction and etc. Right? So there are these kind of groups roaming around. So for sure, like in the marketing, we have the grabs that 5% of the companies are early adopters who will like trust you and follow you, and they want to do whatever they want, even gonna they don't see too many results. And then when they enter this field, then there are followers, right? So other 95% is gonna slowly follow. So that's the main idea, right? If you have the like what happened in the sandbox, right? Snoop bought the land and all the others joined around, and this price is skyrocketed. So the same thing plays huge role in advertising fields also. So some leader a leader company who is well known in advertising and cool ads and stuff like that gonna enter the metaverse, and other ones, and then others gonna follow in, right? So yeah, same thing happens in the airports, right? The advertising in the airport is the highest, right? So even though like people never like I personally, lots of my friends and like colleagues never look at the ads in the airports, but everybody pays huge amounts in it because it's like, oh, it's like FOMO, right?
Yep.
I'm not in the airport, something happens bad.
Mhm.
So same thing. I'm kind of narrative. I'm talking with advertisers and creating this kind of things that they should be present in his metaverse. Some of them coming themselves. So yeah, that's the like kind of situation what's happening right now with the companies, like regular companies not doing anything in crypto.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let me jump in here and let's do the Pope giveaway, and that way everyone can get a token for their attendance here.
So I guess yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
While
go
you
ahead,
do that, I guess now is a good time to kind of go over like the details of the drop at the end of the month. So, how many exactly ad boards are you guys going to be releasing at this time, or do you have?
Yeah.
Will it come in phases, or is just like one big drop? How's it going to go down?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you details. So we're gonna have 7,777 billboards for the Decentraland, basically, and we have three types of billboards: double, which is standing right here in front of us. We have triple with 3 screens, and we have quadruple with 4 screens.
Oh, okay.
So you can check it in our website, in our Discord. Everything is there, and when landowner mints our billboards, every billboard will have the same minting price. Range of the mint will be 0.05, 0.07 Ethereum. So we don't want to make it very expensive.
Okay.
And our promise is that landowners will be getting this money back even in the first months. And landowners, when gonna mint our billboard, will surprisingly will get double, triple, or quadruple billboards. So double will generate less revenue because it has 2 sides, and quadruple will generate more revenue because it has 4 sides, right? You can put higher price on it. And we specifically made the billboards payable for mint because I was thinking like whenever you give out everything for free, people don't have too much emotional connection to it. So I wanted to put it even minimal prices for it, for minting. I want to mention that we are not gonna use it to raise the funds. We are like self-funded. I have like lots of other tech startups and businesses. So we are using this minting together to launch the platform and have this like first pioneers, landowners, and any interested people together to build the advertising marketplace for the metaverses, right? So yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a critical detail. So you were inspired by the whole, because this isn't necessarily a PFP project unless you were just that passionate about advertising and you wanted to like throw up a board as your profile pic on Twitter, but you were inspired by the whole PFP mania of this previous bull cycle, right? Because you're releasing a specific number like 7777. Whenever we did our Roby job, we did 10101.
Yeah,
and that's
I'll tell you why. Like it was like yeah, in the beginning, like I was thinking like it should be dividable by 3, and I was by 3 because I wanted to limit 3 billboards per one landowner. I was going to put 1 billboard as a test to myself on my wallet before the mint, so it will be 7776. So it's perfectly divisible by 3. So it was just mathematics, but it's like basically the number came from like we have around 7,100 landowners in the DCL. Most of them own many parcel, like on average 20. And I disabled this per wallet restriction because when I was talking one-to-one to the landowners who owns many parcels, they told me like, yeah, I want to integrate more of your billboards while you're limiting me 3 per wallet, right? So yeah.
It's interesting the design and like the ecosystem decision from your project's perspective, because again, it's another reason why we align as projects is because we're very utility NFT focused, not necessarily like how the traditional NFT space thinks. Like I guess incorporating artificial rarity type elements to an NFT to kind of give the purchaser this idea of somehow innate value just because these arbitrary rarity attributes, right? Like we're all about functional assets that do something, perform some service, some task, enhance your overall experience, something other than just sitting in some a collection in your wallet inventory at the end of the day. I mean, it's perfect. There's a market for that, obviously. I mean, it's a massive one at this point, but we really believe like the next stage is going to be content like this, where it provides an obvious benefit to the owner, right? You can deploy this stuff. It's installable content. It's functional. It enhances your overall landowner experience, right? Because now you have ways to monetize. That was part of the original white paper of Decentraland.
Yeah,
it's like that was the purpose, to purchase land parcels, right? But nobody's really figured it out, right?
Yeah.
So these little things are going to become much more evident in the market, and I think the demand is going to accelerate.
Not only that, I mean, all new metaverses, the first thing that they utilize is advertising as a way to generate some revenue.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's like it seems like a natural progression. Let me jump in here and say a couple of things. So, make sure you DM the MetaZone bot. The password is MetaViu drop, and you should be able to get a Pope.
Yeah. And by the way, view is spelled a little differently, right?
Yeah, it's VIU.
Okay.
And so one thing, if you are not a common member of the MetaZone community, so for example, Kobe's asking, you do not have any assets, acquire at least one to participate in the giveaways. So a MetaZone asset can be free. You can acquire these items for free just by stepping on a piece of land. But since you are part of the MetaViu community, just send me a DM, and I will send you a Pope after the call. So that way we cover everybody. Let's see here. I'm just kind of reading the comments just to see if we got any questions here. In the next, I guess, 2 minutes, we're gonna do a giveaway.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So that was the fastest 48 minutes
it really was.
I think I've ever experienced.
Yeah, we do interviews like these.
Wow.
Yeah, it went by quick. Yeah, we do these interviews usually on our YouTube channel. Never live. This is our first live interview. Right?
This is our first live interview.
This is awesome. We're gonna do this more often for sure. And yeah, we welcome you back, Noto, anytime in the future. If you want to come back. And discuss more about what you have planned, or if you have any additional revelations. Like, holy crap, the metaverse is actually should go this direction. Let's talk about it with the block runner guys. We're totally down. That's what we do. We just like to. Now we're like in a confirmed bear market, so it's like we got time to kill. You know what I mean? As a community, so I'm also kind of organizing one Twitter space. It could be like this type, right? Because I also have the land. I love the mixture, right? How we are in every kind of channel possible,
all the
right?
mediums
Integrated. So
as a bunch.
I want to invite pioneers in the metaverse, especially in the Decentraland, and I'm kind of collecting very nice people around us. Like, for example, Carl Fravel, who was in the metaverse, is from Second Life even. Like you guys who've been here from 2017. There is our friend Dax, who is doing data analytics with AI for the blockchains. And the category 5, our favorite DJ. So I'm gonna invite you guys, all those people. It will be at the end of July, and basically we're gonna be talking everything, all the hardships, all the fun, all the laughs, everything we had in our past towards this crazy things, chaos things, but very fun, right? So basically it will be pretty cool, I think. I just even didn't announce it in my Discord. I'm saying it the first time here. So it will be pretty nice to have you guys there. We will be later letting you know the dates and everything.
Sure. Yeah, we'll make the announcement. We'll definitely show up. We love doing these things.
Yeah, it's incredibly encouraging, I think,
Yeah.
because we were here the last bear cycle.
Yeah.
And it was a struggle to find anybody else really to congregate and talk to. But actually, like every week, it was the same 5 or 6 people.
Yeah, it was
during those meetings, and it's like there was literally no one else around in the room to really talk to. So it is very encouraging to see so many new developers and people interested to contribute something. To everybody has their own individual interpretation as far as what should exist to progress the metaverse forward, and that helps us, I think. It's like a feedback thing. As long as everybody's working at something, we know there's a shining light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean bear is synonymous to build. So anytime there's a bear market, I mean that's where the builders come out and start collaborating.
Yeah.
Let's do this. We got about 9 minutes left. Let me set up the giveaway, and I'll tell you guys what is at stake here.
Oh, yeah, this is a big one.
So let me, as I talk here, I'm going to set this up.
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to give away 3 of these MetaViu boards.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we're just going to be giving away those 3. All right, give me 1 second while I set this up.
Okay, so for those of you who are new, we have a giveaway channel. It's right below the live chat channel you guys are all hanging out in. Usual Discord stuff. You're going to see the confetti emoji. It pop up at some point once the giveaway bot is deployed. Just spam it. Do your usual thing, but don't do it too much because you can only get one. You get one register in, so there's no point in spamming that button. It doesn't increase your chances, but nonetheless, good luck to everybody who showed up and is participating. We thank you guys every single week for showing up. Yeah, this is definitely a different one. Normally we highlight a creator. You guys know the spotlight meta creator of the week. So
yeah, shout out to Kenny Fireworks
Studios.
Yeah, so we had to delay his to the 18th, but we're going to be talking about him in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I believe next week is Third Eye, right?
Next week is Third Eye, yes.
Dude, shout out Third Eye if you're here, dude. Yeah. I'm excited to get into that because it's basically like we're gonna hijack the MetaZone call and just turn it into Rovi 2.0 call. Might as well, dude, because your build is totally Rovi.
That's true.
Focused. So you know us, dude. We like to talk some Rovi. So we're gonna have 2 chances next week to do that. Plus, I think the Fabricator. So we'll give you guys updates on Thursday as far as Rovi's, but
Yeah, Rovi craziness on Thursday for sure.
Yep.
All right, so head to the giveaway channel and interact with that bot. Give it a little confetti emoji hit, and you'll be entered to win one of 3 MetaViu boards here.
Which is awesome. This is revenue generating. It's a utility NFT, like I'm saying. This is the next gen, the next phase of NFT mania, in our opinion.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
We'll see.
Utility NFTs, it's going to have its day. So
yeah. I mean, it has to.
It has to.
Just you increase complexity, increases, value in from our eyes, right? It's just, we started all this many years ago, but, the market has to mature a little bit and learn and understand, what are even NFTs in the first place. So
that's right.
Now it's okay, what can NFTs do?
They can do.
That's the next phase of understanding, right?
Yeah.
They can do a lot of things, We can go all day into that.
That's the most important thing about this is that we can't really predict all the things these NFTs can do, but anything that's happening on the internet, like any website with craziness, all that could be an NFT. So I guess anything, I'm saying anything's possible.
Yeah, anything. Okay.
All right, so make sure you hit the giveaway channel and interact with that bot. And I guess in about 5 minutes, we'll have 3 winners.
Cool. Okay, Noto, I guess, anything else you think we've missed, any critical holes in our understanding as far as, the potential of the MetaViu ad network, the first of its kind, right? Decentralized, distributed advertisement network, so.
Yeah. So what I want to say is that people who want to be whitelisted, they can go to our Discord channel and put their wallets into the form. It's still like for people who are attending these calls in different platforms. And also like for the MetaViu, like what's cool is that like it's like it will be the platform decentralized and etc. And what I'm motivated is that like with the MetaZone, we later on gonna connect our platforms so our billboards can be like kind of both kind of metas and billboards can be exchanged between the platforms. So together, like we will be like bringing more and more economic activity in terms of advertising and changing this new field, building it together for the metaverses. So yeah, like it was pretty nice talk with you guys, and I'm sure like in our next talks we will have like already platform launch, much more to say, and it will be like the biggest and happiest day when we're gonna have the advertisers, like real brands here having the ads and we are cheering and stuff like that. So I always like see this moment, right? So I can't wait to that. But yeah, like I'm so happy we had this like nice call, and I hope everybody got what we wanted to say. And if you guys have any questions, feel free anytime to reach me out, because real landowners are not many. 7,000, it's nothing, right? So we can even talk to each other one-to-one. So yeah, thank you guys.
For sure. All right, so let me do a couple shout outs here. Tobik, thank you for joining.
What's up, Tobik? Another fellow
awesome
YouTuber. Creator, content creator, dude. We saw that video, dude. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was great, dude.
The Rovi segment was great.
Yeah, man. A lot of respect for all that editing that you're doing. Like, I know that's a ton of work.
A ton.
Yeah, so shout out to Tobik. Yes, Noto is from Georgia, the country, not the state. Let's see.
Europe. Yeah, Europe, not America.
Yeah. Maximus Crypto, link to the MetaViu Discord. There it is. Definitely join the MetaViu Discord. You can, if you have any questions, definitely hit up Noto there. He's got a big old team there, so they have a ton of people to answer your questions as well. Tobik, he's saying thank you. Sorry if I respond with delay. I'm seeing it on YouTube. Yeah, for sure.
No problem, man. Okay, cool. Yeah, this was definitely a topic. I mean, we normally don't discuss on here. So it's definitely interesting, something new. And yeah, like I guess another question is, do you have any other ambitions as far as like other potential services that MetaViu could facilitate in the future beyond just advertising? Because again, I'm always gonna go back to these crazy these projections of the trillions of dollar metaverse economy. So to me, that implies an almost infinite array of services that are going to be needed to facilitate that. So advertising being one obvious one, but have you already thought about others?
Yeah, like I'm like kind of have like minority share, and I'm like kind of investor and advisor to one of the startups who is bringing in like official conferences which was happening in Zoom, in Google Meet, into metaverses. I'm not talking about the events and DJs and stuff like that. I'm talking about like product tank, startup pitches, investor meetups, this kind of like official conferences which was happening in organizations like United Nations, I don't know, some big banks, some startup accelerators, and etc. The startup is trying to bring them into Decentral and other metaverses. They have the first event, as I told you, on 21st of July. And I see it like it has like also like huge future. I'm very supporting it because with Zoom and Google Meet, we cannot like really interact with each other, right? So with our avatars and with more emotions coming, with more movement and etc., it can be more fun, more engaging. People can communicate with each other. So this is like one thing I'm also very interested in, because like in the real life, I was always like invited as a speaker or as a like jury or something like that. And with Zoom, you cannot like even spread emotions, right? So with your avatar, you can press it, express yourself, do be whoever you want, and etc. So that's what my other like thing. I'm very, very, very like keen on to be future where it will bring lots of outside of people and also money into metaverse.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think that's the most important thing is everything that we do in the metaverse, like we've been just saying this since day one, it has to be sustainable, because if you're doing something that's not sustainable, it's just not going to last long, and there's just no reason to like really engage. So yeah. No, thank you for showing up, Noto. I think we got some winners. All right, you want to hit that button?
Oh, look at who it is.
Oh, damn. No way. Will Mitchell, Tobik, and Hanako. So I think Hanako, I think you're gonna have to give yours away because he's part of the MetaViu team, right? Yeah. So Hanako, you want to I don't know, figure out how you want to give yours away.
Yeah, draw straws or something.
Yeah. Maybe pick randomly somebody in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, throw up your.
Throw up your gang signs.
Whatever.
And whatever.
I feel like throwing up, dude. Whatever Hanako just feels in the moment, dude. He's gonna pick it, dude. He or she. Gang.
Yeah, look at this.
Gang. Have to have it. Where do I send my address? OMG. Oh wait, no. Chewy says lube.
Lube. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, we'll let you.
No, we got to do it. Let's actually let me bring this over so that we record it, and then you can't see this Noto, but you'll see it in the after.
Alan Howick, I'll put it on my land immediately, dude. That definitely stands out.
Yeah. So one thing before we go is these they will be minted at the end of July, right, Noto?
Yeah, and all the winners will receive on their wallets. So
perfect.
Winners who got it, please like send us or put it there, your wallet addresses. So at the end of July, when we have the minting, your NFT, 3D NFT MetaViu billboards will be on your wallet. So yeah.
Yeah, Tobik, send your address to Will at CypherWill. Thanks, Green Chauffeur.
Yeah, absolutely.
That goes for the other winner as well. I have a child coming. Holy crap! That's that's some pressure there, dude. How do you say no to that?
Yeah. Who said that? Oh, Senna?
Okay, he chose Maua. I have 2 pieces of land. Don't mind displaying your board for publicity. Wait. That's true. Maua said that earlier in the call.
Oh, the winner. Okay, yeah, you're right. Right here. Okay,
dude.
Maua Maverick.
It goes to Maua, dude.
Yep.
Dude, that was a great choice, Hanako, because he. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Will beat me to the button. Great choice because he contributed. He was volunteering during the call. He didn't wait for the green light. To start begging and stuff. So very cool, dude.
Cool, man. All right, we got winners. Thank you, Noto, for showing up. Really appreciate it. You're always welcome back anytime to discuss updates or whatever it is you want. And we'll happy to join your Twitter space as well towards the end of the month. But I appreciate it. And thank you guys for listening. Of course, we'll be back on Thursday at 10 p.m. UTC to discuss Rovi updates. Definitely join us. Of course, we're going to have popes and giveaways. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything else? And happy Independence Day for the Americans.
Yep. And my birthday's in a couple of days, so don't. I'm gonna post my address. I'm gonna post my ETH address. Whatever NFTs you guys feel like donating to the cause, dude, I'm open for it.
All right, guys.
Gang, dude.
All right, appreciate it, and we will catch you in the next video.
Love you guys. Peace.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.